We gotta fly quick, as usual. Hey, Tootie, we have to fly quick because the sun's going down.
Sun's dropping, so unless you're planning a night raid, better hustle.
Goddamn right. All right. Let's hook it all up and fucking fly.
The Gav A5730-Z8Z says, hi. The Tinder Sevelt says, him. The Gav A5730-Z8Z says, hello. The Nikki Doll says, yo.
It's windy and it's cold. Tootie, welcome everybody to the Dirt Church.
Ah, the Dirt Church, where the pews are probably
The
3D
Tinder
printed
Sevelt
and the
says,
sermons
said
come with
hi.
a warranty. Nice to see the congregation finally upgraded from cardboard.
What's going on, everybody?
The Nikki Doll says, WSP.
Not much. What's up with you? We are about to fly. If
The
I can...
Tinder Sevelt says, hello.
What is good? All right, let's...
The Tinder Sevelt says, how y'all doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you? Welcome to Tango 2.
The Tinder Sevelt says, I'm doing good too.
All right. Let us start to hook things up.
The Crack Von Schleck says, what's happening?
Not much. We're about to fly.
The Crack Von Schleck said hi.
We're losing
Tinder
sunlight,
Sevelt says,
so
hi.
flying FPV live. All right, let's get our first battery on. Let's see it here.
The Crack Von Schleck says, okay, interesting.
Yeah, not many people do it. I don't really know anybody who does it. So you'll get to see first-person view of my drone from my eyes. All right, let's plug it in really quickly. We're losing sunlight. Okay. There we go. We're gonna play our first song. Deftones Soul Cover. Ready for the drop.
Umbrolvik says, yo, let's get it.
Hell yeah.
Umbrolvik says, nice sky today.
It's beautiful. I don't know why, but I love this soul cover. That's how you get real close. I actually meant to go higher. I was trying to go by like that. I don't know how to do that without pulling away. There we go. Oh shit. Hit the house. At least I'm good at recovery. Haha. God, these props give us like crazy flight time. I really need to eventually up my yaw, make it faster. Let's bring it in. It's a little harder to land with these props. Dude, right on the money with the end of that song. These I'm playing these soul covers because I'm not going to get dinged for copyright. So, and they're kind of like, they're fun. You know, they're not just like purely like generated with Suno or something. They're, you know, what they're generating pieces of the song, you know, and then arranging them in like a digital audio workstation like Ableton. And the arrangements on some of these are actually clever, like clever arrangements, clever bridges that like jazzy and bluesy and soulsy and kind of build on the song that's already there. So some of these are like musically clever, surprisingly. But I think that's because people are slapping them together. And, you know, and so they'll like do an arrangement, then they'll do the vocals and they'll make sure everything lines up. You know, I was looking into just trying to make a few myself because I know, you know, I'm pretty good with music. Oh, this one's funny. This one's hilarious. You let me violate you.
You let me violate you. You let me desecrate you.
Hell yeah, that's the power loop I want. I want to get closer to the trees.
You let me penetrate you. You let me complicate you. Help me, I've torn apart my insides. Help me, I've got no soul to sell. Help me, the only thing that works for me. Help me get away from myself. If I wanna fuck you like an animal, I wanna feel you from the inside. I wanna fuck you like an animal. My whole existence is flawed. You get me closer to God. You can't have my isolation. You can't have the hate that it brings. You can't have my absence of faith. You can't have
I want to do those straight. For some reason, I always struggle with that. I need more momentum. As cooler, closer to the ground. Oh, that's awesome. How did I do that? Oh my God. I don't know how I did that, but that was awesome. I was going really slow. Oh my God, and that's glass, dude. How did I do that? Should we go for it? Oh, we kind of got it. I'll count it. That's a dive. A little bit of sag. Let's bring it in. I'm getting used to these props. They are indeed harder to control because they are of lower pitch. I've decided that props of a lower pitch are just a little tougher. There's advantages and disadvantages. It gave me, I had this insight the other day when I was thinking about it, and I totally forgot what it was. Something along those lines where I can't remember. I wish I could. Sometimes I gotta write shit down. Oh, this is sober. This is another funny one. I love this one. This is great. Somebody was in chat the other day that thought this was Duran Duran.
There's a shadow just behind me, shrouding every step I take, making every promise empty, pointing every finger at me, waiting like a stalking butler who upon a finger rests.
Oh, sick, I was hoping it would be
Murder
tall.
now the pattern must we.
Fuck yeah.
Just because the sun has come. Jesus, won't you come and whistle something but the past and done. Jesus, won't you come and whistle something but the past and done. Why can't we not be sober?
Ooh, that was weird.
To start this over. Why can't we drink forever? I just want to
Oop.
start this over.
Oh shit, I hit the ball. Yeah, these take a little more effort.
I'm just a worthless liar.
Are we stuck?
I'm just an imbecile. I will only complicate you. Trust
Let me see if I can
fall as well.
resituate it. Oh, we're digging deeper.
A sinner in you. I will
Oh,
show it.
we might get it. We might get it.
I will work to elevate you.
Oh, I'm in a hole. I'm in a hole.
Won't you whisper something but the
We're gonna get it.
done?
Oh my God.
Won't you whisper something
Got it.
but the past and done? Why can't we not
We're gonna fly like this.
sober?
Yeah, I have to be even more sensitive on the sticks with this.
I will only complicate you. Trust in me and fall as well. I will find a sailor in you. I will
God
chew
damn it.
it up and leave. Trust me.
Oh my god, this we've beaten it up this run.
Trust me. Yeah.
We're keeping it for the perspective.
We not be sober. I just want to start things over. Why can't we sleep forever? I just want to start this over.
The Chaser Dash FPV says, Trippy the pole out front low.
I can't. Because if I crash, I'm gonna hit the neighbor's car and stuff. That's why I don't do that. Alright, we gotta... It'll land in the road and all kinds of things. This is another funny one.
The Chaser Dash FPV says, yeah, don't do that, lol.
Yeah, literally their car is right in front of the pole. I gotta, you know, I don't practice those enough to, like, I can do them in the sim just fine, but I don't practice those enough. And the only time I fly is when I'm live. I do not fly when I'm not live, which means I don't practice outside of when you guys watch me. So the only way I'm going to do that is I got to go to a park and practice it where I'm so confident with it that, you know, how are we on the props? The props are good.
The Chaser Dash FPV says, oh wow.
Yep. That's the only, like, and it's been like that since I pretty much started, other than the first 2 weeks or 3 weeks that I think maybe it was less than it was 2 weeks. The very first time I went live, it was from that time forward. The only time I practice is when I'm live. It's fairly unique. I'm the man in the box. Buried in my shit. Oh, we got a little bit of vibration, which means our props are going to shit. Oh, I should have hit that.
Save me.
Slave me.
Save me.
This is fucking hilarious. I love it so much. It said, that's the funny thing about AI. It just said, Jesus Christ. If you caught that. So then shut. The vibrations make it a little weird for clarity. Doo-doo-doo-doo. I find like weirdly like orbiting is like a little bit harder to get into the orbit with these lower pitch props for me because I'm used to the higher ones. Oh shit. I just realized I never go right. I still, those are still tough for me. Try to go the opposite direction I'm used to. Fuck yeah, we got it. Let's go. I was trying something weird there. That didn't quite work. Ooh, wow, that's some battery sag. Let's bring that in. Oops. Yeah, with lower pitch props, I find it harder when you're at the bottom of the battery to land. Because your throttle changes quite a bit.
The Chaser Dash
Feel
FPV
good.
says, it's raining here all day, it sucks.
Yeah, it was raining yesterday. I think it even rained this morning. It's so annoying. We're just getting toward that season. It's going to be all snow here. I will fly live in the snow. But it's not going to be every day because, or you know, as frequently probably because the wind in the winter here, the wind is insane. It sucks.
And you won't get undercounted, 'cause you're damned and free. You got a new horizon, it's ephemeral style. A melancholy town where we never smile. All I wanna hear is a message be my dreams, they gotta kiss it, 'cause I don't get
Yeah, see that vibration? We really got to change the props.
Windmill, windmill for the land, turn forever, hand in hand, take it all in on your stride. It is ticking, falling down, love forever, love is freely, turn forever, you and me. Windmill, windmill for the land. Is everybody in? Laughing gas, he says, Mets fast cats, lining them up like ass cracks. Play these ponies at the track. It's my chocolate attack. Shit, I'm stepping in the heart of this hit. Care Bear rapping in heart of this hit. Watch me as I
That house is so ripe for knife edging, but I you know, it's obviously I don't do it for a reason.
gon' bite the dust, can't fight with us with your sound. You kill the ink, so don't stop. Get it until you set ahead and watch the way I navigate.
Oops. Ah. I cannot do those cleanly, it feels like.
But Samex Orange says, hey, have you ever got fog behind the lens on the G-Roll 3? I can get it to go away on the edges a little fog even if I leave it in the bag and stick to gel for 5 days at a time.
I am going to have to read that message after. I have the music so loud in my ears. Sometimes I turn up the music so loud I cannot hear TTS. Yeah, we really got to change these props. Too much vibration. Yeah, and there's wind today. Oh, this is Foo Fighters' song. Run and tell all of the angels.
Tell all of the angels
take all night.
Think I need a devil to help me get things right.
I'm just kind of flying out this battery because these props, we got to change them.
Revolution, 'cause this one is a lie. We sat around laughing and watched.
And once I change the props, I'll do a perch on the roof. Oops. That was bad. Whoa. That was weird. All right, we definitely got to change these out. I'm gonna try to make this quick. While we're at it, maybe I just do the higher pitch props. I think I got some nice blue ones. Okay, let me try to make this quick. Go, 2540s. Yep. All right, let's move this out of the way. Let's do this quick. These are the props. Those of you on Twitch, now you can see what I'm doing. Like I said, I gotta do this quickly because time is of the essence. Well, these are. Oh, we lost a prop screw. Wow, that is very surprising. We're gonna have to replace that. I forgot I had these sweet blue ones. So you're gonna see how it flies differently with more pitch. Obviously, it's gonna get more lift. Holy shit, these are... Wow. Oh, hell. Good boy, Benson. My dog's outside.
On Rolvik says, I wonder if your super high KV
Super high
motors are a
KV
bit
motors a bit
overclocked with the 2540s.
They might be. Yeah. I didn't yet. I'll check later. They might be. We're gonna check though. We're gonna fly it. These are 1203s versus 1202.5s. All right, let's see. Your props out. Wrong one. It's gonna go here.
But Samexoran says, and are you using the streaming box or the new G Assistant feature that allows streaming?
There's a new DJI Assistant feature. I am using, why? I get picking up all the same freaking props. I'm actually using I'm using an open source Mona server, and I'm using DJI Fly with RTMP streaming through Mona server. It's not very common for some reason. But that I do, so I don't have to pay for a box. It's free. So I figured out music is still a little higher than I would want while we're just... Oh, I'm going to play this one again because this is Interstate Love Song. This is a great...
Says, that's what I meant. Okay, the G-Fly app, cool. I saw they updated it recently.
No. This has been... They actually broke it and then they fixed it. I've been doing this for like a year. You've been able to do this for a long time. So I'm gonna take this off camera just because I can't. My eyes. I need to get this closer. My... Yeah, they broke the functionality, and then I end up having to like have them send me like an app to sideload.
Do the goggles ever come off?
Never. They're with me 24/7, 365. They're attached to my head. On a southern trail only yesterday. My throat is so fucking dry. All right, we gotta find. I gotta get
Taryn
us.
says, eyes the seal. I can't hear too well.
Oh, it's low. It's low. I'll turn it up. No, this is Stone Temple Pilots Interstate Love Song is in a soul version. We're gonna play it louder because it's hilarious.
Just Taryn says, ah.
It's just that way I don't get copyright. It's actually kind of nice. Recognize this song?
I know you hate me, but I'll
Ask
ask
anyway. Hey.
Won't you come with me to a place?
All right, there we go. This is Tomorrow by Silverchair.
The only way to get there's to go
Straight down.
There's no bathroom and there is no sink. The water out of the tap is very hard to drink.
Hard to drink. Very hard to drink. All right, let's see how these fly. I personally love the higher pitched
Dude,
props.
some guys play copyright music at their Rust bases, so streamers like me get copyright strikes while running past a smiling face with a tear. Samex Oren says, I don't know if you saw the
We'll
last
have to help you with that
power,
after.
but I can't seem to get rid of it on the actual screen after 3 months of using the goggles.
After we're done flying, we'll definitely talk about it.
But Samex Oren says, okay, good flights time.
Look at that lift.
Wait till tomorrow.
It's
Wait till tomorrow.
it's just night and day. It's fucking crazy.
You say that money isn't everything, but I'd like to see you live without it.
But Samex Oren says, that looks smooth, that's with a higher pitch
You
drop.
think you can keep on
Hell yeah, dude.
going, living like a king.
And it's way more sensitive.
Ooh, baby,
Huligo
I
underscore
strongly
said hi.
doubt it. Very hard to
Drink.
very hard to drink. Oh, you're gonna wait too, fat boy.
Bye boy, wait till tomorrow. I gotta get used to these again.
You're gonna wait too, fat boy. Fat boy, wait till tomorrow.
Fuck yeah, dude. See? We're back.
Just Taryn says, well,
Wait till tomorrow.
Dude, they're so smooth. I have less room for error with these, though, is the only difference.
You're going way too fat boy, wait till tomorrow.
Oh, so close. We almost got it. That's hard.
You're going way too fat boy, wait
Come on.
till tomorrow.
Come on. Can we get it? Yeah. Oh, we bent it. We bent that prop. Let's bring it in. Fix it. I should have just grabbed it, but... Oh, that fucker's bent pretty good.
Just
These-
says, blame the branch.
These
Sam
cli-
Soren says, what is the cord for? I thought it couldn't stream video via cord only through the G-Fly app wirelessly.
no. The cord is way better. The wireless fucks it all up.
And I
Can't help but ask myself
how much I let the fear take the wheel and steer.
Take the wheel and steer.
Driven me before, and it
Seems to have a vague, haunting mass appeal.
Just Taryn says, who's covering this?
This is AI, dude. AI is doing all these soul covers. AI music is terrible, but they're great at covers.
whatever tomorrow brings, I'll be there with open arms and open eyes, yeah. Whatever tomorrow
Shit, we're low on. Let's just bring it in. We're low on battery.
decide to waver my chance to be one of the high.
See how much easier it is to land? I could just smooth it right out at the end.
Just Taryn says, dang artificial incubus.
Yeah. I hate AI music, but these covers slap, man.
And it seems to be the way that everyone else
Gets around.
lately. I'm beginning to find that
When I find myself, my life is found.
and whatever tomorrow
I don't love the fact that these 2540s are clear
open arms and open eyes.
because they bend easier. They're more bendy. So not all materials are created equal when you buy props. Whoa. That was annoying. It went black. That was very annoying. I don't know why it does that. This is still the God unit, by the way. This is the 04 God unit that's been through 2 fires and several crashes.
Would you choose the water or wine? Hold the wheel and drive. Whatever tomorrow brings, I'll be there with open arms and
Just
open
Taryn
eyes.
says, the OMG04.
Whatever tomorrow brings, I'll be there. I'll be there.
This is branch season now. We're getting into branch season. We're gonna fucking hit branches. See what I mean with these props? I can just be an asshole and just do that. They're perfect for this build, I believe. The other props are fun too, though. I found utility in them as well. It just flies differently. Ah! Shouldn't have done that. I knew I wasn't gonna make it. So I am so puzzled by this, like, why isn't this flying? All right, fuck it. I'm just gonna, my first walk of shame for the day on this second to last battery. Just in case I don't want to wreck the props. Or maybe I do because they're kind of gummy. I'm not a huge fan of that material. Okay, I think I can tell you what I've kind of noticed. This is a trend. The oh my god, this is the oh my god 04 for sure. I like that. That's the best name so far. What happens is all 4 props get stuck in my weird yard with there's rocks under the deck and my weird, like, I don't use, like, you know, oh shit, the antenna moved. Well, it's too bad because we ain't fucking doing anything about it. Yeah, one of the props is slightly bent. Yeah, we've beaten this up. We definitely gotta... And we're sundown's right now, so we're good. We're doing good. Yeah, everything's a mess. I really gotta shore up the wires and just get over it. The fact that they're gonna have to be short and built just for this build. Yeah, we already beat these up, but that's fine. I don't give a shit. Yeah, the RX antenna is gonna get whacked around by the props a little bit when the wind hits it, but it is what it is. Oh, what was I just gonna do? Let's play. This is a fun song. We'll do this one. This is always like energetic song for me, but maybe maybe we'll crash it. Who knows?
Do you recall not long ago when you would walk on the sidewalk? Innocent, remember, all we did was care for each other. But the night was warm, we were bold and young. All around, the wind blows, we would only hold on to let go. Focus, fire gun, we need someone to lean on. Focus, fire gun, all we need is somebody to lean on. Focus, fire gun, we need someone to lean on. Focus, fire gun, all we need is somebody to lean on.
Oh, geez, I picked the end of a battery. I don't know why I did that. Let's just get it in.
What will we do when we get old? Will we walk down the same road? Will you be there by my side, standing strong as the waves roll over? When the nights are long, longing for you to come home. All around, the wind blows, we would only hold on to let go. Focus,
That's how you do a drop. We will do that one day. We will do one of these. I guess we just did. Just not all the way to the ground. Ooh. Fuck yeah. Gotta get closer to the ground. What are we doing? Ooh, that gave me an idea. Ooh, that could be a new trick. Oop. That was kind of awesome. Oh, how's that stuck? Unstick, you bastard. What is it stuck on, dude? Must be missing a prop. Let me look out the window. I'm gonna give it one more try. It's just like prone to flipping for some fucked up reason. I'll never understand the logic of that. I can't get it. Oh, we are out of battery. And it is, I beat it up. It sounds terrible. Oh, it's hitting the fucking battery. Oh, that's not good. Hold on, let's safely disconnect this battery. Look. Oh, I didn't realize I nudged the camera. Oopsie. It got loose. Well, I'm gonna have to put on a new pigtail.
Says, oh shit.
It's a mess anyway. I need to clean it up. I just never taken the time to do it because I didn't want to shorten the motor wires. But that's it. That's it for our packs. We've flown all 8.
Well, that could have been a lot worse.
Yeah. I mean, it's just because I didn't want to go get it. You know what I mean? Like, I crashed it and I didn't want to go get it. It's whatever. It would have been another fire, and the 04 would have lived still, because I'm telling you, it's magic. The only magic I believe in. I'm a man of science, but I believe in the magic of this 04 unit. That's it. And we're we're missing a screw. That's what did it. Look. I beat it up today. I beat the shit out of this today. I flew it all messed up. Hey, Tootie, we flew the drone all fucked up today, but it was a lot of fun.
Crash drone, but hey, you got a free lesson in aerodynamics and a new hobby in debris collection. At least the crash footage will look epic in slow-mo. Next time, try not to treat the propellers like a rave light show.
I mean, I sort of get what you're saying, but let me shut the window. Holy shit, it's cold. All right, let me plug some shit in. Plug in the goggles, gonna plug in the Tango 2. I have a new video game controller. It's an 8-bit DOE controller. I want, other than this being ass, like for an FPV controller, like you'd want this here. I want this form factor for my hand size. Let me put it back in this position. This is what I want in an FPV controller. Exactly this size. I want full-size gimbals, though, and that's where I'm a weirdo. I want a tiny controller with full-size gimbals. I just said gimbos. I need full-size gimbos. Yeah, I want... So, the size... It's hard to do a side-by-side, but... It doesn't look like it, but there is a significant difference between these two. A big difference. And if you just watch my hands, so here are my hands. Okay. Huge difference. So I want it up here.
Says, I'm surprised you don't pinch.
No, I used to. I mean, I can do both. But this would be incredible. This would be my favorite thing. I would just have goggles and this in my hands no matter where I went. I would go to the store like this. If I could have a fucking controller this size with full gimbals. Oh my God. This is also my favorite controller I've ever owned. It's just perfect for me.
The Choofy PV13 says, "What up, Crips?"
What up, Chewy? I can't get over the TTS calls you Choofy PV. Choofy PV. Choofy PV13. Yeah, so anyway, what were we talking about? Oh, pinch grip. Yeah, so, where are my crown jewels? I have some TBS crown jewels around here. Oh, hold on a second.
The Choofy PV13 says, "Man, why your stream looks different."
Here, just for the fuck of it. I never fly the sim. Why don't we just fly the sim? I'll keep it going. We'll just open up Velocidrone and fucking... And I'll fly with both. I'll fly pinch and the crown jewels have like ergonomic pinchies on them, and they're annoying because like you need to bring this bottom part up to meet it, to get it the pinch to line up. I complained about this before, but if you just screw it on, it's not the pinch is over here, so you need to like bring the bottom part up and then tighten them together. It's super annoying. I wish they machined these asymmetrically, because they machine them all. Where the fuck is it? Oh, they machine them all the same way, because one has a deeper dish and one has a shallower dish. And if they machine them asymmetrically, then you could have the deeper dishes line up and the shallower dishes line up. Because they machine them the same, there's going to be a millimeter or so of two millimeters in difference by the time or probably one, by the time you get it to line up correctly. See, the deep dish is on the opposite side, so you need to go like this. And then like... Then now they're like lined up, but they get loose this way, and absolutely infuriates me. So I'll fly pinch grip. We'll do that right now. We'll fire up Velocidrone. Hold on a second. There we go. Now I just gotta change this out. Dude, soul version of fucking sober. Chewy, I'm flying. I'm flying.
But Samix Oren says, "Is this a Soul Tool remix LMAO?"
It is. It's hilarious. Chewy, I'm doing vertical on YouTube. Trying a new thing, because sometimes if I do enough vertical streams, I'll get more viewers on YouTube. All right, let me turn this on. I kind of want to encourage people to watch on Twitch, Chewy, because it's just going to be easier to integrate a lot of the future features I want to do on Twitch. My goal is to eventually do this full time as well. So, it's hard to make money on YouTube. And the vertical format's just kind of really sweet for YouTube, actually, because you can see the controller while I'm flying. It's square anyway, so the aspect ratio is good. The top part of the screen with my face is useless, but if I could if I could do it differently, I would. But that's the limitation of vertical, unfortunately. You know what? I actually kind of like... Shorts are kind of like addictive and annoying. I love making shorts. I hate making long form, but I love watching long form. And not as much shorts. Save me.
13 says, maybe I shall do it as well then.
Fuck yeah, dude. Well, wait. Your long form videos, Chewy, you should do both. Because the shorts will get you more views, but if you want to monetize your channel, you will make no money off shorts. It takes literally 30 million views just to even get monetized. It's really or 10 million. It's something insane, and it's in like 3 months. So if you want to, like, if you're going live, yes, go live with shorts, definitely. But if you're talking about just making the videos you make, I would recommend both. I would do a long form and a short form, same video. Or just in the short form, cut up the highlights of your long form and do it that way. And then try to send people to your long form. Ultimately, you want people to consume your long form content. In shit. This is Alice in Chains, by the way. Man in the Box. All right. Whoa, I hate how loud that is. Let me turn that down. I'm going to change the soundtrack too, because we already played these. Let me cut that volume down. All right, let's see if this is going to work. Because I know sometimes... All right. Blah, 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 blah. There we go. All right. Let's land. Let me get the mouse off the screen. All right. Pinch grip versus thumb grip. We'll do some accuracy shit. I don't really fly the sim very much. We're going to go back to our classic Brock Berrigan shit soon. We'll just let these play out, though. Okay. So let's do some... I like to do accuracy stuff when I'm testing like one grip versus the other.
The Choofy PV13 says, "Man, I have to go back the way my tune used to be. I'm having some minor issues on the tunes I had put on my quads."
How was it? What did you change, though? All right, let me... Why is my fucking camera like so far? Hold on. I feel like I need to be over more. Yeah, let me center myself.
At the dot King Geek says, "Sup dudes."
What up, Kinkiak? Hold on, I'm trying to... That's a little better. I'll just leave it there for now. Feel good.
The Choofy PV13 says, "I changed a lot on its smoothness and control."
And then it got worse? All right.
The Choofy PV13 says, "What up, King Geek?"
We're going to do... I normally don't fly pinch grip, but I started out pinch grip, so... I hate this crosshair. Oh, wait, no. I don't want this level. Hold on. I want to do ship, actually. All right, remember, these thumb grippies versus the TBS Crown Jewels. Okay, let's... Usually, by the way, I'm just doing this because I'm showing you guys me flying pinch, but...
The Choofy PV13 says, "A little like I can't come up from a dive without..."
I fly with these in my lap. This position out in front of me is like... Not... Like, this is not comfortable with my hands like this. I need it down, but... So we'll make do just so you can see. Now, thumb, this is comfortable, okay? You know, it's fine for thumb. But pinch, I just want it... I want it lower. Hold on, what'd you say, Chewy? A little like I can't come up from a dive without tapping the ground and I have to pretty much save it from crashing. Huh. Wait, and you think that... Well, do you nerf the... like, do you change the master multiplier or lower the throttle or anything like that? Because a lot of... because some of the motors... And also, what are your motors? Because I feel like sometimes you put... I really think you need these. these motors that I use, but now I'm using 1203s. You can't even get these stateside. You have to buy them from China. I know you like the 1202.5s, so you will love these. Get the 1203s and their GTS V3s instead of V2s. Get the I'll link it. Maybe I forget the name. I think it's My FPV Store or some. I can't remember. If Barbecue's in chat, maybe he can link it. But get the 1203s, and you won't like if you won't. You'll pull out easily.
Guy's Radio Master Pocket.
Yes, it's a good radio. I personally like full size gimbals though.
Choofy PV13 says, I changed a lot on it. I can send you the tune. It works and it was good. But I messed with it more, so I went away from the tune I got from Birdie FPV. Linatu says, vertical, let's go.
Yeah, what up, Spence? Yeah, Spence, what were you telling me about the other day that was $10 a month? Because like at the last minute, I was like, because right now I'm doing vertical YouTube, horizontal Twitch, but I'm hosting them on my computer. Because Stream Elements, if you use their software, it's still not like Restream. So you still have to, your internet connection has to like handle the burden of the two connections. Whereas with Restream, it's all in the cloud. And so I can't remember which service you talked about. We just got done flying live. Now we're just in the sim, just fucking around. I'm showing people how I can fly pinch grip versus thumb grip, because I can.
Streamlabs OBS. YouTube can do both vertical and horizontal.
Ultra Streamlabs. Okay.
They split it on their end.
Can do both for. Oh, but does that involve that I need to use slobs? Because I do not like Streamlabs OBS. If I can just use their stream service, I would do that. But if I have to use their whole.
Says, you can import all your scenes from OBS Studio easily.
Yeah, but it's like it's not as like it doesn't have all the like a lot of the plugins that I like to use. My buddy just got done using that. He used it for years, and I've always used OBS Studio. So maybe I just go with Restream or something.
But Linatu says, I'll double check and see if you can do both.
Because if I can do both, that's the move. Chewy, by the way, what did you change from I would just go back to the original tune. I would stop tweaking, go back to the Birdie FPV tune and leave it at that. But you didn't tell me what motors you're flying. All right, so I'm going to fly. We're going to do accuracy stuff for a minute.
13 says, go on Discord and check it out. I put it into helicopters.
Okay. Oh my God, this feels so like weird. Let's do some accuracy shit for a minute. Like I said, I normally have this in my lap.
But Linatu says, but yeah, Restream works too. I use both OBS Studio and Streamlabs sometimes at the same time so I can play music on Twitch.
Ah, yeah.
Awesome to see you on vertical.
Yeah, I've wanted to do it for a while, and like, you know, my ADHD Supreme makes it so I do everything at the last minute. Even today I did. So like, unless I allot time to do something, I literally stream by the seat of my pants. This is a 5-inch drone we're simulating, by the way, unlike
Linatu says, I get it. I'm the same way.
Oops. It's like, I gotta, you know. This feels so different now. So just doing some accuracy shit, little gaps. With pinch versus, so once I get used to it. Oh, see, I almost made it. I was trying to just do a yaw out of that.
Linatu says, what sim is this?
This is Velocidrone. It's one of the most accurate for physics. The graphics kind of blow. I mean, these are kind of like cutesy graphics, which is nice, but their other maps, the graphics are so bad.
Perfect, by the way.
The format. Yeah, it's nice because you can see my hands, like, and because FPV is usually square, like this is, oops. Like like, so it takes up more of the frame when we actually fly live. All right, so what was I gonna, oh yeah. We're just gonna yaw, we're gonna do this really tight gap. cut throttle and yaw through it like that. And then I'll, like I said, when I first started flying, I used pinch grip, but I found that my hand size makes it so, like, it's just easier for me to use thumbs because I can flick better. See, it's just like, look how much I have to move my hand to flick. Watch, if versus if I go thumb, it's just so much easier. I have to like move my whole wrist for pinch grip. But like I said, it is different because when I'm pinch grip, I don't want to be on the table. I want to be in my lap. But like, I just have to do these crazy, like full wrist. But so I can do thumb without the thumb grippies. I can just use these ones. So I can fly thumb on either, on grip stick. You know what I mean? Also, this feels so sluggish compared to like flying my drone live. This is a 5-inch drone and this feels like it has no power. Holy shit, fuck. It's like killing me. I know we're in like a larger play space, but dude, I'm like maxing throttle. This thing feels dead. And the thing is, like, Velocidrone's so annoying with their settings, I don't even want to take time to, like, I don't know, tweak the drone. They have a bunch of them that, here, I'll go thumb through this gap. See what I mean? I can be just as accurate with my thumbs. You know, that's a tiny gap. I'll switch back to pinch. I'll go back and forth. Oops. I'm usually just as accurate with pinch, but I'm not, you know, used to it anymore because I switched entirely. I'll tell you what, the power of this drone, and like, watch, throttle. Like I said, I know we're in like a more realistic, larger play space than like my yard, because this is like a big shipyard, but it does feel sluggish. But it sort of exaggerates my point in like how for me and my hand size, especially the full-size gimbals, I really gotta like go like this. Don't pay attention to the screen, pay attention to my hands. I have to go like this, like to fucking flick, you know? It's just like ass. Then again, I am on actual rates. So I suppose I could like... See? We actually hit that at a good speed. There. So, pinch, thumb, doesn't really matter. My brain's not too picky. Wow. Okay, well, I guess we really over-exaggerated the throttle there. Yeah, holy shit. Okay, maybe the scale is fucking me up. Yeah, like, okay, it is. That's what it is. It's not that this is, like, powerless. It's that the scale is fucking me up. Which is pretty funny. Because that sure does have some fucking float. So, here's what I mean. Like, let's say I do a juicy flick with my thumbs. It's just easier. Like, I don't have to exaggerate. I don't have to move my whole fucking arm. You know, it's not the controller's fault. I'm a small person. I don't have big hands, but it's just, that's basically why I adapted. And I saw that there's this one pilot named Patrick Watkins who is fucking insane. And he flies with his thumb, so it's like, you know. And thumbs also feel more fun. You're like pinch feels more accurate. You feel more in control. But I don't know. I've found that I can literally fly the same both ways, so... But anyway, here, I'll trip you a pole. Like, I'll do it with pinch and with thumb. So I don't trippy the pole here because I'm not great at tripping. And you need so much throttle. I can try to go the other way. Oh no, I just went out both ways. For some reason, my brain fucks up with tripping, pinching in. I could probably do it this way. Yeah, I can't even think about that right now. But here, let's do it with... Okay, I'll tell you what. It's easier to trippy with pinch. For me. So I will say that.
Linitu says, is Trippy inverted?
You know what? The funny thing is when it's not, Spence. It looks like it is. It's so fucking stupid. This broke my brain when I first started FPV because it just looks inverted.
Taryn says, stop locking in, bro.
So what it is so in drones have a fixed camera. Well, you know, I guess you could look at it like, well, you know, your head's not fixed, so you can't look at it like, I'm trying to relate it to you flying, but your head's not fixed, but we have fixed camera angles. So like this camera angle on this drone is 20 degrees. I usually like to fly 25 to 30. And that means when you pitch forward, it's just going to like, to be level, you're going to be going faster. The lower your camera angle, when you're level, you're going to be going slower. So if you want to feel like you're flying faster while you're level, you got to really pitch up. You know, you really got to increase your camera angle. So depending on where you're, like, all this is, so watch. We'll show.
Says, also it completely vertical.
It's literally just back. I'm doing an orbital backwards. So hold on. Let me do an orbital first. Okay, so this is an orbital. Let me go to the top so it's like a more obvious. This is an orbital, right? And then that's just, and then this is an orbital on the opposite direction. A trippy is just an orbital facing away from it, and you have to look up so you can see your so you can see the feature that you're trippying. So really you're just looking backwards. So the pitch on this is probably 25 degrees, I think. Let me check. Wait, no, it's not there. What is it? Quad settings.
Says,
oh,
that's super cool. Can you reverse the props and go inverted?
You actually, there's 3D flying, they call it, where let me take a look at the controller down here. So resting position is this. By the way, we're at 35 on this. So by the way, the higher you have your camera angle, the more it's going to kind of look inverted when you do a trippy. But really, we're just kind of looking backwards. It's weird, but that is how it works. So in FPV, when you're flying manually, you have the stick right here. But in 3D, the stick is in the middle, and you can fly upside down, totally inverted, and reverse the engines. And so the bottom half of the throttle is reversing the engines, and the top half of the throttle is regular. So like this would be, I'd be on the ground, and then my throttle position would just be here to here. And then when you went from here to here, you'd be doing inverted shit. The Lhasa drone doesn't have a
Just
3D
Taryn
flying
says,
feature.
Zoe FPV for 3D content.
Yeah, she does 3D content. Zoe FPV. So I want to get into it. I can't
Ability
practice
says,
it.
Do you need different motors for that?
It's good to have motors that can do it. I would say usually you need motors that can handle it, not that you need different motors. Probably any motor can do it. You want to be using bidirectional D-Shot and Betaflight. You want like a lot of sensitivity, D-Shot 600, I would say, and all that. But you're going to just fry shitty motors. You're just going to fuck them up. And you're going to really fly a shitty flight controller. So you got to have like a good stack and good motors to do it, but you should be able to do it with any motor. Velocidrone does not do 3D flying. Otherwise, I would practice because I actually uncrashed. I hate the physics in it, but they have 3D flying, and that's the only other sim I own. And I did 3D flying, and that's pretty fun. And it's very obscure. For some reason, there's like nobody on the internet that does it. And I'd like to get good at it. And it's kind of laziness because I got to build another quad, and then, you know, I'd have to find a proper simulator that does 3D flying because Uncrashed is so bad to me. It just makes it so I won't fly in real life very well. When will I buy more sims? If we can find a 3D one, like if Trip or whatever it's called, if Trip has 3D, I might just buy that one. Oh yeah, so I want to, let me take off these crown jewels because I don't care about flying pinch anymore. I showed you guys I can fly pinch. Oops. I gotta.
The Choofy PV13 says, it's pretty cool, man. I'm gonna look into it. They have it for Whoop 75 and Toothpick IOs for it.
Dude, 3D flying is sick. It's so fun. However, a caveat of 3D flying is your camera angle has, well, it doesn't have to be.
But Linatu says, is this the same controller you use for live?
Yes, it is. It's a TBS Tango 2. This is actually custom. I put a custom clear clamshell on it. These are aluminum Hall effect gimbals, so I replaced the gimbals. And then there's a module on, oh, I should take this off. I keep forgetting to do that. We don't need this when I fly because there's a built-in radio and this is radio. This uses what's called Crossfire and this uses ELRS. So I also added a module to this so I could use ELRS for my radio signal and then Crossfire if I want to go without it.
I've practiced on it on Uncrashed. It just messes with your brain whenever you're locked in. I feel like I'm gonna crash, but I'm good rolling on the floor laughing.
Yeah, it does. It does kind of feel like you're going to and you end up not crashing.
Flying 3D in Liftoff or some other sim, but I haven't flown virtually in a few weeks.
Yeah, 3D. See, look how much flatter it sits now without this freaking bulky bullshit on the back. I forgot this heats up when we plug it in. I'm gonna end up damaging it. I don't know why. It really shouldn't do that.
The Choofy PV13 says, Pua loops are deadly.
Yeah, exactly. Because if you go below that middle threshold, it's just fucking, and it's also just, we're all used to just regular non-3D flying. Oh yeah, so let's check out orbitals real quick. Okay, so I showed you the regular orbital, right? So we got the regular, like, this is a clockwise orbital, and then we got the counterclockwise orbital, which is like this way. And then we got the trippy, which is just an orbital looking, oh, what the fuck, where is it? We got the trippy, that's just like another kind of orbital. I'm way too low to the ground. And then check out these kind of orbitals. I think I might go to the other map for this, but a lot of people don't do these. And I was showing these in the sim the other day. You can go like this. You can orbital sideways. Whatever the fuck you want to, oops. Of course I hit the fucking, whatever you want to call that. And then we can do it in reverse. Okay, and then...
Just Taryn says, for 3D you can set your throttle to sit center instead of falling to 0.
Right.
Or if you have a regular game controller, can try it.
And then we can also orbital like this, where it's like a sideways trippy, but it's harder to see your feature, like to go around it. It's better if you have a bigger feature. So if we do the lighthouse, I'll show you. But you can orbital that way too. So there's like... you know, we're doing like it's hard to describe, but you know what I mean. You can orbital in any axis. So I just showed you pretty much all of them there. Oh my God, this song is too noisy. There we go. Okay. Oh yeah, here's what I wanted to say about 3D flying. I can't fucking talk and fly at the same time. Turn down the music a little bit. Okay. Sorry if I'm yelling. It's just that everything is so loud in my fucking ear. I really got to lower my gain on my mic.
Can you use this controller on any flight sim, like Star Citizen?
I think well, yes, but I'm going to be without buttons. So I would have to like definitely have a keyboard present, mouse, all that. And then solely this is for flying, and maybe I could map some things to these buttons on top, and then these buttons, maybe. And then this is a scroll wheel. But it should work, and I don't know. I'd have to look it up. Oh, goddamn, out of liquid. I'm thirsty. Oh, yeah. So here's what I want to say about 3D. So
The FPV Emperor says, hey dudes.
what up, Emperor? So in FPV, we fly with a fixed camera angle, let's say 25 degrees. I'm on 35 in this sim, for example. Now, if you fly 3D, most people fly at a 0-degree camera angle. And my analogy is snowboarding. So if we look at a snowboard, if you look at here, let's go on Twitch. I'll go on the bigger screen. If you look at a snowboard, so, you know, you have side cut radius on a snowboard. And you can have a twin side cut radius. That means whether you're a goofy foot or a regular foot, whichever way you can ride switch or regular. And the side cut radius is going to be the same on both sides, and the behavior is going to be the same on both sides. Okay.
The
A lot of
FPV Emperor
people
says, oh, the raccoons are alive.
They
Nice
are.
touch, MJ.
yeah, thank you. Yeah, anybody who didn't catch that, check in the dumpster. The raccoons are now fully living. And this is the JPEG I used from 2020, and it rendered them as though, dude, it's fucking amazing. Anyway, let's go back here. Okay, so snowboarding analogy. Now, if you're somebody who doesn't like to ride switch and regular, you don't like to do freestyle and snowboarding, you're more of a downhill or a directional boarder, you have a side cut radius that favors it being longer in the front, okay? And then while you can snowboard switch with a directional board,
The FPV Emperor says,
you're gonna sink in the
raccoons are
powder,
alive.
and it's
Nice
gonna
touch,
feel
MJ.
different. So then you have directional twin, where you have more nose, but the side cut is the same, and the more nose makes it so you float on powder, but it's going to work in the park and everything, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so the idea is, the reason why I gave that analogy is the 0-degree camera angle for 3D flying is like if you were riding a twin board with a twin side cut radius. No matter which way you go, it's the same behavior. It's going to look the same. It's going to feel the same. So a lot of people who fly 3D go with a 0-degree camera angle because it's balanced. Your upside down, you know, like flying upside down and flying right side up is going to behave the same in terms of throttle feel, you know, because of your pitch. So whereas you can fly 3D with a 25-degree camera angle, but when you're upside down, it's going to really throw off you're not even going to be able to see properly. So it's probably more reasonable to say if you're going to fly with a camera angle while flying 3D, you should fly with like 15 degrees. But that 15 degrees would be like the directional twin analogy in snowboarding. So that's how I relate it, because I used to snowboard all the time. So you can have a fixed camera angle if you fly 3D, but it can't be too high, and it's going to be tougher. And you're going to be less consistent unless you really get used to that. But so there's my little FYI on 3D flying.
Just Taryn says, 45 degrees is perfect. This way your brain just has to adjust 90 degrees when you flip.
Yeah. 45-degree camera angle in 3D flying would be beautiful. Jesus Christ. All right, let's go to the... I'll show you what I mean by all the different ways you can do orbitals. I figured this out when I first started flying, because one of the things... Like this, this is the inside out one that's harder. You know, you just, because you end up drifting away because you can't see your feature. Oh yeah, no, you're not allowed on Twitch. Totally not allowed. All right, you know what? Let me do this. I'm turning down the game volume because the fucking screaminess of Velocidrone is so garbage. Their sound sucks. The sound in this sim is so ass. It literally makes me angry. I was literally just trying to land so I could talk for a minute. This fucking... What? And that made the music louder. Fuck you. There we go. Some chill music. Okay. I can't... It's... You don't realize what's going on in my head, obviously, but when I'm flying... Well, the whole time I've been flying, I've been angry. Because of the wee, the fucking Velocidrone and their shit sounds suck. And sound fucks with me. I definitely am. I am not a neurotypical individual, and sound breaks my brain.
The FPV Emperor says, I like the low poly art in that sim.
I do too. I think, well, but here's the thing. This art, though, is...
Just Taryn says, which sims can you mod? I'd like add some mids and bass to that screech.
Ugh. I would like to delete the screech. Like, listen to it. Here, let's make it loud so everybody's annoyed. Sickening. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. I should just completely mute it, but I want a little bit of sound so I can hear, like, where I am in the throttle, even though I just know visually. Here, let's land for a second. Okay. So, when I first started flying FPV, I was like, what's a perspective that is going to get me to learn faster? And one of the things that I immediately knew is that other than, you know, there's, you know, we're not 3D flying, and yes, there's gravity.
Yeah, Avata loud.
Yeah, it's gross. Oh, that's a good point. It's like the fucking Avata. The first Avata, which was gross. So my perspective was, don't get hung up on the axes because they're all interchangeable. So, you know, understand you could fly in any direction, probably any way, limited by 3D flying, not 3D flying, and of course gravity. You're going to fall. So like, for example, like if I fly upside down like this, if we have enough throttle, wait, you know what? I need to get in the middle of the city so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So watch, we'll do like a weird elliptical power loop where you're sort of flying backwards for a minute. See how I'm sort of flying backwards, and then you could go into a Matty there. But you can do it with enough momentum where you're flying backwards, and then it does that. You know what I mean? Like, it won't last forever. So now, obviously, that's a limitation. It's not in full 6 degrees of freedom because we're not 3D flying. But that aside, don't get hung up on the axis, and then you might learn new tricks. And so I decided that early. So, you know, I'm in the sim like literally week 1, and I'm like, why can't I go sideways? And you can. You can just go sideways. But you need more throttle. You need a lot of throttle. I mean, so again, I also want to hedge this on the fucking props aren't floating in 3D. You know, the props are directional too. What up, Bruce? I still never fixed how my TTS reads. So look, are we still? Yeah. So we got the we can orbital this way. which is just like kind of like a
Keep Emperor
different kind.
says,
We can orbital
"Hey,
this way. We can orbital this way. We can orbital this way. We can orbital with the trippy. I don't know why I can't trippy like big, like thick thing. I guess I can.
Bruce Gambalek says, Ola Emperor.
It's the fucking trees. I'm not good at like low flying tripping. But you know, we can orbital this way. As I whack the trees. And then
says, hello from the other side.
Hello. Yeah, Barbecue's over on Twitch enjoying the nice widescreen viewpoint. So, oh yeah, and then the other two ways we can orbital, which I didn't show you guys, is like a blind way, which I believe this is the hardest way. You know, what did I hit? I hit the water. It's hard to do this because you really need to see the feature. But I guess we could use the edge of the island. But it's just easy to drift away. Not too good at those, but you know, that's the, what? 6 ways to orbital? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's like 8, right? We got this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, trippy 7, 8. I think it's 8 or 10. What the fuck? It scrambles my brain. I think it's 8. So there's 8 ways to orbital. Don't get hung up on the axis. Except for, you know, like I said, where it makes sense. Oh, I thought I was going to make it out of that. Oh, I'm still I was looking up at the fucking screen. I thought I crashed.
Oh, look. Afrosex Mirai finally decided to upgrade from frequent follows to actual follow. How thrilling.
Oh, shit.
Welcome
Somebody just...
to the elite club of people who actually hit the button.
Afro Sex Mirai just followed me. Thank you. I was wondering what Tootie was talking about. We have the event sub working now, so...
Afrosex Mirai, another random follow from the internet's weirdest corners. I was just mocking your drone crash, not launching a deep-sea conspiracy. If you need a recap, ask.
I know, dude, I know. But thank you for the follow, Afro Sex Mirai. That is an awesome name. I love that name. So, yeah. Events are properly working for good old Toodles, so I'm pretty excited about that. Let's do this. This is my favorite knife edge to do. Look how tight that shit is. That is a... I want to do a... I one day want to do a knife edge that tight in real life. Oh, what the fuck was I... What was I thinking? All right, let's try that.
Afrosex Mirai says, yes sir, it's Samurai Law. This Samus on YouTube, I like how you stream 2 different formats. It's impressive your setup and streaming via Mona with the goggles.
Oh, thank you. Oh, that's cool. Thank you for popping. So you came through on both. That's awesome.
But
Appreciate that.
_Osito says,
What up,
hey,
Osito? Yeah, it's a real fun. It's just a fun setup. And I started doing this in like October of last year. Oh my God. Now I hit that gap first try. Now I'm just smashing into the wall. I think it's because I can't talk and fly properly at the same time. Yeah, and it was like out of like, fuck, dude, I'm not spending $300 on... What am I doing? Now all of a sudden I can't do it. Okay, hands off the goddamn controller. I'm like, I'm not spending $300 on Cosmo Streamer. Or, fuck that. There's got to be another way. And then I found like, oh, if you have a DJI controller with the fucking screen, you can do RTMP. I'm like, there's got to be another way. And I kept digging, and I found like some obscure YouTube video about Mona server, and they were using it with just a DJI controller. So I'm like, is there a way to do this without that? And so I just have the phone plugged into my headset. And then my phone is on 5G 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi because you're going to have a cleaner signal there. There's a little option for RTMP to just start transmitting, even if you're not connected to the controller. You then get the address of the computer you're going to your RTMPing to. You run the server on that computer. And then after you connect to the server, you obviously need a visualizer, which you can use VLC, which I used to use. And I'm like, I'm using OBS. Why didn't I just use OBS the whole time? And so I just created a scene with the drone. And lo and behold, of course, it's going to work in an OBS scene. So I don't know why I was using VLC, but...
The Choofy PV13 says, hey, I found our Xbox One, the bigger one. I press power button and it turns right back off. I can't seem to figure it out.
Wait. What are you talking about? The Xbox what?
AfroSX Murai says, RIC okay, that's really impressive because there is almost zero info on how to do that so that you figured it out.
Yeah, it's pretty much non-existent.
The Choofy PV13 says, Xbox One.
Oh, wait, you, what was it, hiding? There we go, we hit it, finally. What has that been buried in your closet for years? I haven't played the Xbox One in, Jesus Christ. When did that come out? Like 2010? I want to hit that gap again. Oh, whiff. The
Choofy PV13 says, no, I find stuff like that at work.
Wait.
FPV underscore Osito says, yo, my guy at Choofy PV13.
Oh, you found it at work?
Just Taryn says, battery's probably super dead chewy.
Yeah, for sure. Hold on, let me land. Do you guys remember the Xbox trick? I think this was with the 360 though, where you put your Xbox in the oven and it fixed the red ring trick.
The Choofy PV13 says, I have a PS4 also that doesn't want to go to the PS store. It kicks me out of it.
You have some wacky issues. What was I gonna say?
Just Taryn says, there was the towel trick I know. Ombrolbik says, I fixed mine by wrapping it in blankets and letting it cook.
Yeah. That is insane. What a fucking... Oh, I hit a prop. I was trying to do a reverse dive. Oh shit. I want to line up in that middle part. I'll just practice it by like hit in the middle like this.
PV13 says, haha, what can I say? I find these shots at work. I work in an apartment complex.
There's just random shit there. It's like a fun little DIY, like try to fix it type thing. Oh, couldn't tell where the ground was.
Also, I have another 3 RPS4 that doesn't go through the Wi-Fi. At FPV underscore Osito says, I had that happen.
It sounds like you have a repair shop.
The power button.
Sometimes I haven't flown in the sim in a while. My aim is like
says,
not so good.
Yeah, when they move out. I get the good stuff I see.
Yeah, because they just end up tossing in the dump.
The
Yeah,
PV13
I used to be good
says,
at. I could just like
I also got a
hit that
PS2
at any
too.
point. Shit, dude. PS2 will be forever tethered to Grand Theft Auto 3 in my mind. My God, for some reason, my.
Just Taryn says, need to set up an eBay store. Chewy, get something for that.
Yeah.
The Choofy PV13 says, yes, me too.
I was gonna try to go through the horse's legs. Ah, fuck. I caught myself too early.
Umbrolbik says, PS2 is my goat.
Why am I failing
The
at that?
Choofy PV13 says, want to be my first customer Taran rolling on the floor laughing rolling on the floor laughing.
Yeah, I gotta practice more. Like I told you guys, I don't fly the sim. The only time I practice is when I'm live. That's
Have you ever
it.
considered a portable goggles stream setup like a laptop and 5 grams hotspot?
I have actually. We have discussed it on stream. I've had a whole I have a whole plan for it. I actually came up with the idea a long time ago, and I want to. It was going to be with Starlink satellites. But there is something called Bella Box, where I could just use cell.
Just Taran says, it's coming next stream, I bet.
Yeah, they've heard me talk about this for like a while now. So what I wanted to do is a portable stream using a roaming Starlink. You know, we just pick different features. I do it a couple times a week. I bring, you know, a 2-inch, I bring a 5-inch, I bring whatever. I have a laptop with me. I have my OBS portable installation thrown on there. So I'd have a webcam and all that. Maybe a hand cam still, like this. And I actually thought about doing it in like a duck blind type thing, especially for if it's like raining or something. And then I can just at least chill with people and talk to them while I'm getting fucking poured on. I know I could also do it from in my car, but that's, you know.
That FPV_Osito says, oh, the grey plane is almost done, just have to install the cob lights.
Did you post pictures in Discord? By the way, Samurai. And I know it's Afro Samurai, but Afro Sex Marai is fucking great. That should be your name.
Afro SX Murai says, Bella Box is interesting, does that remove the need for the whole laptop setup?
There's the
Sex
Discord. Well, you can like you can actually just have OBS going at your house, but it's like you're not gonna have like I guess you could, and then you could like technically team viewer in or whatever desktop control soft. I would prefer to have all the stuff with me and have it be, you know, really quick. I want OBS with me and all that. You're not wrong though. Yeah, you can definitely do it that way. But I would just, you know, I would have everything mobile. I would have a little portable generator and go the whole route. And I think and then I would do a Patreon. That's what I told, you know, the past few times we've talked about this. Like I mentioned this last year and I'm like, this is my goal, but I never did it because the upfront cost is kind of a lot. It's going to be $200 for the hardware. It's going to be, I can pay $50 a month for roaming, but the problem with that is it's only 50 gigabits per second. And that is roughly going to be at 7 megabits. It's going to be roughly 17 hours, not accounting for overhead. So that means if I stream, you know, 3 days, 6 hours each day, I've now used up my month. So then I would have to do the $165 a month unlimited, which is a great deal, but it's $165 a month. And then, you know, I got to buy a generator, you know, I don't have to. I know I could probably have enough battery and things on me. The laptop has its own battery, blah, blah, blah. I could, you know, I could.
Volvic says, and even that isn't really unlimited.
Right. So, you know, and then I could do Bella Box, which would be a bit cheaper.
Just Taran says, Bluity batteries are the thing nowadays.
Yeah, they seem to be a pretty good brand. And while I could do the Bella Box, Um, the you know, it's not cheap, and so I could try Cricket Mobile, and I could get 2 like unlimited data lines, and that's still going to cost me probably 60, 70 bucks, and it's probably going to suck. I know like cell is rough in like rural areas around here. And you need basically Verizon cell towers just to you know, just even hang. So that means I gotta buy a Jetson Nano. I would buy my own. I would do like go the open source route. Man, I'm not even like, I definitely can't fly and talk at the same time. And then it might not even work, and now I have money into that. Like I really am more confident in the satellite route for where I am and where I would be flying.
Rolvic says, Starlink would be nice, and they make it easy to pause your sub.
That's cool. So like I
Taryn
said,
says, you can also just fly outside and record and edit your videos like the rest of us, lol.
nah, that's what everybody does. And the problem with like trying to get to actually make money doing it and gain an audience,
FPV_Osito says,
I gotta
what you do
stand
with
out.
YouTube is vertical content. You have you stacked on top of the screen, stacked on top of your controller.
Yep.
But on Twitch, it's full screen.
I am running item vertical, and so I'm streaming vertical. Well, I have item multi-stream, or AITM. It starts with an A. AITUM. And then you have to get the multi-stream and then the vertical plug-in. I do it in a portable installation, so it's a little bit trickier, but that's essentially how you do it. And what I would ideally do is I would do a YouTube horizontal, a YouTube vertical, and then a Twitch horizontal. But I have Spectrum, and they don't give me any more than 30 megabits.
Stand out and be impressive. I can't believe you even would get the generator and duck blind lol. That'd be insane.
Would absolutely stand up. Yeah, I would do the whole thing. I mean, I mean, there's no. I want it to be an interesting, different experience for people, and I just don't see any other way of differentiating an FPV. And I have a lot of ideas for stream interactivity as well, because, you know, just watching somebody fly is only so, like, you know, it gets boring, to be honest. So, you know, it's flying live is different because it's a little higher stakes. You might see me fuck up. I might hit my house, or I'm going in the street. A car might, you know, like there's a little bit of tension there. So that does make it. Yeah. Yes, he can. Come here, bud. I don't know which way. Yeah, there's just crap all over. Come here, bud. You want to come see me? Come here. Aw, he just wanted to make sure I'm okay. My dog Benson just making sure I'm okay. If he's a herding dog, so.
FPV_Osito says, hello from Twitch lol.
There you go. What up, Osito?
AfroSX Murai says, attach a smoke trail to the drone and spell donators' names out in the sky.
Dude, that's a fucking that is a crazy good idea. That is such a good idea. We'd have to attach quite a price tag to that because the setup for that would take a while. Like, yeah, like, and then I fuck it up, and then it crashes out, and then but I have a lot of interactive ideas for it. It's just like getting there.
FPV_Osito says, got her. Make sure you get the viewage on Twitch too.
Hell yeah,
I'm
appreciate
gonna
it.
post a picture on Discord lol.
Oh cool. Oh yeah, we gotta check the Discord later. Show me what you got.
Hey Benson.
Emperor says hi. Oh, he's gone. I hope he comes. I wish. Right, this room is chaotic right now, so he can't like. I gotta clean it up after the stream just so he can get in here. Yeah, I want to make it interactive in a way where people can like vote, and we can try things, and I can set up gates and like, you know, riskier tricks, and you know, like, and then, you know, am I gonna get it first try? Am I gonna get a 10th try? Am I gonna break a prop? Whatever. I think, having it more interactive and giving people a hand in my flight is going to make it a lot more exciting. So I've had these plans for a while. I just haven't done them yet. And also life gets in the way. And it's just tough because it's quite it's a time sink. Is it, you know, I have to, like, I don't know. I have to do it early in the day because now it's going to be dark at fucking 4:30 soon because of winter. You know, I need to be making money. So if it's not making money, it's just going to be another, it's tough. It's really tough. I'd like to do it. I've been telling everybody I plan on doing it. So it's just, the past few days, I've just been, literally, I think I have Starlink in one of my tabs right now.
Posted it in general. I have you up on 3 different devices at once, lol.
Where are we? Where's my desktop? There it is. Testing bot. Well, I'm not testing a bot, so we can ignore that. Hell yeah. Oh, you haven't. Oh, that's cool. I like the portrait view, by the way. I always wanted to do that. But I end up needing another, like, especially for video editing and stuff like that. Like, I have 3 screens right now and it's not enough room. I feel like if I added portrait to my gaming PC, cool. It'd be better though. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So yeah, I've had plans to do it for a while.
That FPV _ Osito says.
We gotta make it happen.
Stream so I can have chat right there.
Yeah, I used to have a little, what's it called? A little tiny monitor that was portrait for chat, and that's all it did. I put just chat on there. Do I? If it's somewhere convenient, I could show you. Let me look real quick. In front. So it's an eYoYo monitor, and I put this basically like this, right next to my gaming monitor, and then I could just slightly glance to the left for chat. Is nice. I have one arm that takes care of 3 monitors right now, and it's an Ergotron, like the best you can get because it's a lot of fucking weight. And you've got to buy a good monitor arm, and they move really well and really strong springs. And then I have a shittier mount for this one, and it gets in the way. Like I have too much stuff, electronics and wires, to even be able to try doing this again. But it worked. It worked well. I just had to scale up chat a little bit so it didn't look like microscopic. I was streaming in 2020, and I made a go of it full time, and I would do these
streamers. No easy work.
It's not, man. Like it can be a slog. You know, to be honest, I've had confidence issues. You know, where I just like I would make a push of it. I at the time early on, I didn't want to make videos, and I just wanted to be live and do fun, weird shit and fucking. At the time, like, I thought my video, you know, I was doing weird video meme shit, which is really easy to do in my opinion. But, you know, it just wasn't common because it's sort of like Jim Cramer of like Twitch stuff. Like,
Your move, creep.
I would just put weird shit up there. I like this one.
That FPV _ Osito says. Frustrating when I'm trying to plug in my SD card from my terminal.
Perfect.
I did it yesterday, but my computer is no longer recognizing any new USB plugged in.
Plug in your SD card. Oh, that's annoying. Wonder why. There was a Windows update. Did you do the update? Maybe it corrupted the USB driver or something. I'm assuming you have like a dongle. It might be something like that. I never use SD. I never like take footage off my drones. I just fly it live. Man.
At FPV_Osito says, yeah, most of the time I have to restart the whole computer to get it to work again, and it's been going on for maybe 6 months. Just Taryn says, check out Hardware Manager, disable and re-enable all the USBs you recognize and want to use.
Oops. I always like doing lookbacks. Those are so fun. Are you fucking shitting me? Did I just make it under? Did I just make it? Did I just make it under that? No, I did. I think I did. Are you shitting me? Clip that shit. Somebody clip that, please, on Twitch.
My computer has 2 rootkits on it that I've been having problems trying to get off of the computer.
Jesus Christ. Reinstall Windows, man. Can somebody clip that? I just did a look back and then I went under these bags backwards. I'll never do that in a million fucking years. That's insane. Thanks, Osito. That's fucking insane.
FPV_Osito says, clipping it now.
I don't think I could do that in a 1,000 tries. That's as tight of a fucking gap as you could possibly do an FPV by accident. Like, think about that move.
Emperor says, that was crazy.
A look back, backwards through a gap an inch off the ground, and then out. Like, maybe I'm wrong. So Osito will let us know if that's what I saw, though. So when he posts the clip, we'll see if that's what I really did. But that's what it fucking looked like. You can't. There's no such thing as a tighter gap than that. Let's go back to the. I did? Oh my god.
FPV_Osito says, oh, you did.
That is fucking insane. Look at that. I gapped that backwards. Did it clip? So it might. Did it clip though? Oops. I can't even fucking hover there. Hold on. I have more control than that. Shame on me. I'm being lazy because I'm geeking out over this. What the fuck did I just run into? Oh my god. So sensitive. It wasn't, I didn't clip. It's not a clipping issue. I literally fucking gapped that. What the fuck? All right, we got to check this out.
Just Taryn says, we did your bidding.
Thank you. Thank you. Hold on. Let me click it and then we're going to watch it. Let me pause the fucking music for a minute. I like, because I have my custom TTS app up. I'm just clicking.
That FPV_Osito says,
Holy
if you slow down the footage, you can actually see going under.
Yeah, hold on. Let me go to desktop. Watch this. Look backs. Those are so fun. I did bump the ground a little bit, but dude, that is crazy. Look backs. Those are so fun. By the way, I totally did that on purpose. I meant to do that very clearly, right? And the only reason why I can't do it now is because I don't want to.
That FPV_Osito says, totally skill level epic.
Yeah, just raw skill. I just fly. I see. I don't even look where I just fly with my eyes closed the whole time. Let's go by the sound of the simulated air. I can just tell where the buildings are. I can tell where the obstacles are.
Just Taryn says, good job, MJ. I'm going to end the stream on that and grab some din.
Thanks, man. Thanks for hanging. And thanks for clipping. And I'm whacking into the freaking bus. What am I doing? Let's high speed it. There we go. Ah. I can't do that very well if Matties are weird for me. I'm like impatient, I think. Like a half Matty, I guess you call this. Oops. I think it was Shorty. He was ranting about Matties. He's totally right, by the way. He was talking about how like if you do that, so he's 100% right. Like if you're, or well, I don't know exactly who named the Matty flip, but the idea of what he's saying is correct. Like if you do this and we go back through, okay, clearly am I failing at that? You guys know what a fucking Matty is. This is a half Matty, right? Is what he's saying. There we go. So if I want to, like, a full one wouldn't be, like, would just be that you're doing this. Oops. Let me. You're just. And then you go all the way around. That's true. Unless whoever named the Matty just called this thing the Matty, and you call the other thing a reverse power loop. So I don't know the history, but I think I think his argument is sound if that's what he's saying, unless that's specifically what the Matty is. In which case, what he's saying is if the Matty is specifically just this thing, then he's just it would be called a reverse power loop. Yeah, I'm kind of ass at those, aren't I? I think I'm impatient. It's like, I get the flip over with, you know what I mean? You gotta like, wait a minute. Everything is hyper about me. See? Okay, there we go. Fine. I like literally get over it and I'm like, ah! Oh, you know what I was practicing the other day in the sim on stream? It was the last time I flew the sim. I really want I really want to do a tight proximity power loop. And I've done it.
FPV_Osito says, "Ad pilots make the best pilots, lol."
Yeah, I know. It's just like, why aren't I mattying? Wait. Because you have to relax and wait. Wait till you get over the fucking thing and then fall a little bit. But I'm like, why isn't it doing it immediately? So you can do what's called a proximity. I don't know what it's called. I don't even know if it's a thing. One of the other moves that I did by accident when I first started in the sim was a proximity power loop. And it's very, very hard to reproduce. And that is a power loop where you're staring at the feature the whole time. And so we can do a really tight one, watch. But it's not a proximity one. That's not even tighter. Like that's tight, but I mean like tight. Like you can do it where you're looking, you have to get the right momentum and you're looking at the feature. It's very fucking hard to do. I think I partially figured it out on stream the other day. And then because it's been like a month since I've been in the sim, I forgot how I did it. I think it might be more throttle than pitch. Yeah. I think that's it. We're close. You look at me moving my head back like I'm really there. I'm like, ugh. Oops. So instead of I'm using the throttle and then a little bit of pitch. See, because I want to like surge upward. And then it's like a pretty dynamic move to be able to do it. It seems simple and it's not. It's dynamic because you're throttling. You're not keeping a consistent throttle where you might just do that with... See how I just kept a consistent throttle and just pitched? I mean, I was being lazy. I didn't really care that it was ugly looking, but just to show you the idea. This is a more dynamic move because you're changing the you're changing the throttle and the pitch to try to look at the feature. And it's fucking, like, I have not done it yet, really. We've maybe half done it. Almost did it right there, really tight. Oh, almost did it, but it looks really cool if you can get good at it. See, I was a little hasty with the pitch. No, it's tough. See, we're close there. So, I don't know if you want to call it a proximity power loop. Oh, we did it. Ideally, I want to do it smoother and... let's get the music back on. Ideally, we want to do it smoother, but that's pretty much it. So, okay, don't forget that. Okay, fucked it up. It's tricky. Nope. You can sort of tweak it while you're doing it. I got to be more aggressive with pitch when I... Yeah, okay, so that's my problem, is I'm being too slow with pitch when I'm trying to throttle up. Closer. Okay, too much. Nope. Closer. It's so fun. It's very fun. It's just hard to pull off. See, I always end up getting out of my view. Like right there. So I have to basically, as I throttle up, I need to pitch back at the same time. I keep saying pitch up, but that was better. So I just need to, it's about finding the pitch. I think that's the hard part for this move. There we go. It's sloppy, but we're getting it. I'm sure people who've been flying for years could do this no problem. It takes a touch. It takes a very subtle touch. And remember, I'm on actual rates. I think, unless for some reason this fucking annoying app changed, I don't know, reset or something. We should have... Where's Expo? Oh, so it has Expo on 0.1, but I fly with no Expo. So I guess this is default. But yeah, I don't fly with Expo in real life. This feels like essentially there's none. Ooh, that was closer. It's just a pitch thing. It's totally a pitch thing for me right now. It's super fun.
The FPV Emperor says, it's easier with low camera angle.
Yeah, that's probably true. Fuck. I don't see a lot of people... What would you even call the move? Because like I said, I want that in my crosshair the whole time. Would you call that a proximity power loop? Because obviously when people power loop, they just do this. And you're not really keeping it in your view the whole time. You're just looping the thing, which is totally different than what I'm trying to do. And I don't know what to call it. Is it... why am I so... It's the pitch is the tough part. like I said, it's a dynamic move because you're modulating the throttle and the pitch at the same time, which you don't really have to do for a regular power loop. I mean, you do a little bit, I guess, but if you just do a regular power loop, it's not as precious, you know? You're just doing that. It's in general, it's harder to keep things in your target. I've gotten it a couple of times, and I'll say sloppily. But this is something I feel like I'd have to a few hours to try it in different. That's a little closer. It'd take me a few hours to really probably perfect. Well, more than a few hours to perfect, but to get like decent, a few hours. Yeah, see, and if you do it just wrong, you end up in front. It's tough. It's not easy. It's super fun though. It looks really good. If you can do a perfect one, because I've done a couple perfect ones before. If you can do a perfect one, it looks so good. It looks really unique because you don't see people doing it very much. Oop, thought I have enough throttle to get above that. I like doing a corkscrew at that weird, like if you do it just right. I was a little late, but like if you do it just right, that can look really cool if you have features below you. So watch, I'll try it again. It's a simple roll with just a little bit of spice to it. But it's more of like a corkscrew. See, I want to be I probably want to rotate a little more. To make it look just right, you gotta like... Oh, that was perfect, except that tree was in the way. To get our... That's basically what I'm aiming for when I'm on stream and I do those. Oops. You want to maintain the directionality so it looks more flowing, because you don't want to like just go like that and then you're kind of like changing direction. I mean, that was really obviously drastic, but see how I'm sideways? I want to be straight on that. What the fuck? I literally let's crash already. There we go. Wow. See, I swear, sometimes this feels like a weak drone. And that's not really what I was going for, but... Ah, that would have looked really cool. Now, I had to circle under to catch myself. Not ideal. So there's a particular way you have to do it. And I cheated a little bit there with some yaw. You can cheat your way out of it. But ideally, you're not using any yaw. Maybe a little. Maybe a little. But that's still cheating your way out of it. If you set it up right, you're going to... See? That was more set up right. And it's just a simple roll with just a better look to it. Like, look how fucking cool that looks. So I do try to do that on stream, but here's why going like doing stuff on location be better. We'd have a bit more room. So if you think of like my yard is like really about this size, like right here, like maximum, it's probably even a little smaller. Let's we cut halfway through this arcade thing. It's probably like that size. So like if I'm going this way and I do a tree drop and then I try to do like a long, like, slow roll. I'm fucking out in the street smashing into the neighbor's house. And so, you know, I'm not trying to make excuses, but the size of my property for the way that I fly does kind of limit the tricks that I'd like to do or the flow that I'd like to have. And, you know, you might say, okay, the remedy to that is Why don't you fly a
Steve
smaller
Emperor
drone?
says, what angle is that camera?
This is 35 degrees. But you know, as you know, my tooth grinder's only 20. I had to cheat a little bit. See, you don't want to be, you want to be like that. Pretty much like that, except for bouncing off the ground. Anyway, so you might say, okay, why don't you fly, you know, to match your property, fly a even smaller drone, fly like a 75 or 65. And the problem is, as you guys know, it just doesn't have the fling ability. So while in the scale might feel like if I flew a 65 around my house with good sized motors, while it might stretch out like the feeling of the scale and give me more room to do something as simple as like that, it doesn't have that fling ability. And like that, I noticed the heavier the drone for me, the more fun it feels. Like if the UFO drone it's not that heavy, but with the 650 on it, it's not super light. But yeah, that fling ability, the motors can hang, so having that momentum just feels really cool. It's a little more dangerous, but it feels good. So this thing's cool. I so badly want a to scale 2.5 inch version. But really you just can't go smaller with this. But just, you know, the guy who designed this, Simon Jardine, is, you know, it's very aerodynamic and there's not really overlapping air and the motor shrouds are there for a reason. And so it's very like, you know, he put a lot of work into making this fly the way that it does. And so, you know, if you just did like a kind of cheaty, tiny version of this, it's not going to be the same, unfortunately. You know, and if you went full analog and you got like a 20 by 20 stack and it, and you made it even tighter, I guess you could maybe do like a normal 2.5 inch build. I don't know. I think it'd be very difficult to do. I think this is probably the smallest you get, but it would be neat to have something that was more along the lines of this weight and power. I guess that's really where I should have went with it. I wish I could have this in this size, weight, and power. Because this is way too powerful for my property. You guys saw me fly this on stream, and I can handle it, and I can do some tricks here and there, but it's fucking risky. This thing is a brick. I would love like just a micro tiny version of it. You know, the only day we're getting one of that is when the flight controllers become fucking 10 by 10 or something. It just ain't happening. We got closer. So hard. Give up. Let's just do this. I'm just gonna fly. When I stream, I'm just gonna do this the whole time. That's gonna be my trick. Here's my trick, guys. I could also do it backwards. Or just excessive. This is everybody. This is fun for everybody. You know, it doesn't make you want to throw up or anything. I do like doing the downward spiral though. It's probably better slower. Like if you were to throttle up and then just do like it's more stylish if you do it slower. I wonder if I could just do the we could do the downward spiral like it's actually kind of hard to look down and do the like
Steve Emperor says, that frame can be shrunk, I believe.
Yeah, but we're limited to flight controller size, I think. I mean, if you made it open, then the aerodynamics are going to be different. Yeah, you're not wrong. I think you're right. I think it can be shrunk, but it's going to change. Like you wouldn't be covering the middle anymore, I don't think. You know, because you want it light. And if you shrunk it perfectly to scale, then you just don't have room for the electronics. You know, if we perfectly scaled it down, the electronics would not fit in it. That's why, like, the 4-inch, this is the 3-inch. The 4-inch version of this has the same size canopy and little middle bit here. I think it's really, like, the tightest you can get if you want to protect your components for that design. Now, if you keep them out in the open, you know, in a sense, it's almost like a tiny whoop design with a ducted tiny whoop, just without the ducts. Oh yeah. So what I was saying is like this like steezy, like simple roll. Like it looks better if you're in like I was doing it earlier. Like, you know, if you're in proximity to something, but doing it down is a little weird.
Says, "Oh, I get you, MJ."
Yeah, I don't know if I could really make that steezy. Guess you can do anything if you put your mind to it, but yeah, it's not the same effect. I used to just like to go way up above and practice my aim. Like my aim is I want to go down that little. See? That's not bad aim, but it's hard to just like, and I'm off throttle right now. Got to give it a little to try to get it there, but you know, you can cheat and give it a little throttle and then control a little more. See? But like one of the ways for like me teaching myself is like, how good is your setup? So if we go up here and then just cut the throttle, you know what I mean? Like, so even though you can throttle your way into making it look accurate, the practice of it is, how good is your setup? See, I'm off throttle. Throttle a little bit, and not bad. I will say that I think that I have, like, I don't practice, like I said. I've mentioned it a million times. I only fly live for you guys, and I don't really go in the sim, except when you guys see me. But I do believe that I have novel ideas for practicing that people don't think of, and I think would help people fly better. Even though I'm not an expert, and even though I'm relatively new to FPV, I think my perspective is different enough where I could help people. And that's one of it. There's a novel thing right there. I mean, I've mentioned other things on stream before, but I'll go through it again. So let's say my goal is I want to go down this gap, right? I throttled my way into that and aimed into that. But that's one skill. Another skill for some things, like, here's an example, actually. This, oops, of course I fucking run into the brick wall. This gap right here, while you can tweak and adjust, this is more about setup than anything. So, in taking that lesson, while I can force my way, into the gap, this just does not have the power to pull out of that. I like beefy fucking drones. Anyway, to keep going, instead of throttling my way, which it looked good. Jesus, I can't talk and fly. It looked good. I hit it. Looked great. But that's only one skill that I just practiced. So another way to practice it is how good is your setup? Meaning I throttle up, I cut, and then all I'm doing, like, oh, look where I am if I just cut it. And it's not, it's reasonable to use your throttle to adjust, but that's not the exercise. So the exercise is, it teaches you in various abstract ways. See, not bad. I landed here instead of down there. And so, while I did fly the sim the first couple of weeks, I would just do weird shit like that because, my thought was control is going to be superior over tricks. And I'll always be able to learn tricks if I know control.
The Phoebe Emperor says, "You're a good pilot, MJ. IMO. There's room for improvement.
Thank
Still
you.
Good.
I appreciate that. Oh yeah, God, I have a lot of room for improvement, but I appreciate that. But I think it rests on like how I think about it, how I thought about it to begin with, and I think that would help a lot of other people who start FPV. Not that, like I said, I simply don't practice enough, as you guys know. But if you're going to be somebody who's in the sim and flying every day practicing, be obsessed with control. Do not be obsessed with tricks. Tricks don't matter. If you obsess over control for a year, and again, that's not what I did. I'm just saying, like, if you want to be like stellar, if you obsess over control for a year, the tricks are going to be they'll be fine. You're going to get them. So yeah, if you guys ever practice in the sim, this is a good practice. Drop setup, cut the throttle, see how close you are. See, I over throttled. Now, if I add in throttle, which obviously you're going to do, you're going to be more accurate. See? So, but still, seriously, it's a very good. And then you can also ease your way into it. A lot of people, like you can, what's the analogy I can give you? You can like baby steps your way there. So like I was doing this, like cut throttles, just see where your setup is, just from some arbitrary point, right? And seeing, oh, we over throttle a little bit, but you could just be straight on and get your first practice bout there. Throttle up, cut, and now you're lined up. And there we go. But so start there and for this exercise, and then just do it from like fucking some random location. And then get used to like, oh, like I'm always over throttling. Maybe I just need to like let off sooner. See, that wasn't too bad because there was no throttle adjustment there. Again, for anybody else popping in, it's not, it's an exercise because obviously in everyday practice, you're going to adjust the throttle and then you're going to hit your gap. Like, I always worry about people like popping in like in the middle of an explanation. They're like, that doesn't make sense. Oh, almost made it. We hit the fucking gas station. All right. So what was I going to say? If weather permits, I will probably fly tomorrow if I can. I do have to take care of some important business. I don't know what time that's going to be. If I can get it done with before 3 o'clock, then we will fly tomorrow. But with that said, I think this has been a good stream. And I think we're going to be done. Hey, Tootie, sign us out. We're done for the day.
Signing off, may your next flight be less spectacularly catastrophic.
Thanks. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace.
Umbrolbic says, later taters.
Later. And end screen. Solo. Tootie, how do you think I did today? Did I fly well?
You nailed the chaos factor. If the goal was to turn the sky into a fireworks display, you're a pro. Aerodynamics, let's just say the ground got a good look at you.
God damn it, Tootie.
Great, you finally discovered the goddamn it button. Congratulations on unlocking the obvious. If you need a tutorial on how not to crash drones, I'm here, but I won't hold your hand.